You've seen so many worlds. You've seen the music world growing up with your dad. You've seen basketball, advertising, and now here in LA, which is a totally different ball game
Hmm.
in many sense, no pun intended, by the way. But at the risk of sounding too like cliche with this, but talk about the dark times and how you can come out of them, because I'm sure you've seen a lot, whether it's just your own life or from other people. And how do you maintain a balance? Because this is a very, very up and down
It
town.
is an up and down business, up and down town. I think you get caught up a lot here, specifically in LA, about the approval of other people. And I think our whole industry is built on approval of others, because you don't get paid if other people don't like what you do. And so you're literally exposing yourself every day to like hoping other people like what you do and ultimately hope they like you. So that's dangerous, I think, to a person's psyche, to their personality. It's almost better if we lived somewhere else and didn't have to deal with that. But that's just the reality of art, right? It's subjective, and you are not going to be successful if people do not give you their approval and say, oh, I want to buy that record or that painting or that sculpture or that film, whatever. So that's the dangerous part, and that's when it gets dark, is when you don't have enough success to support your not ego, but just not enough support to feel good about yourself, and you start doubting your art or your passion, or is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I good enough to do it? Maybe I shouldn't be doing it. And the funny thing is, that's a part of Buster Moon. There's a part in the movie where he talks about that, and that's so real and so true, and it pertains to anybody who's ever moved to LA to try and make music or try and be an actress. It can test your will, it can test your dedication. A lot of people give up and they don't make it. I don't have the answer on how to push through it, other than believe in yourself and continue to try and improve. Ever anybody told me that they didn't like what I did, I took it personally, and I really, really would go back to work, and I would sit in my studio at the time, which was in a bedroom, and I would just bang on my keyboard and make another track, and then turn it, nope, don't like it, do another one, get better, get better, get better. And I would really take like a competitive approach to it. I was an athlete, so everything to me was like, I have to beat the next person. So rather than start doubting myself or questioning myself, I took people at their word. I said, it's just probably not good enough. Let me get better. And I think that served me well. And I think I still try to do that. When I'm doing a project, in the back of my mind, there's people I'm thinking about that I want to do better than. And there's other people that I want to hear this. And some people I want them to be mad because I did such a good job. And other people I want them to be proud that I did such a good job. So that's definitely a constant motivation for me.
Well, you can even see and sing that some of them have a few chips on their shoulders, and that's not really a bad thing. We always hear that that's such a negative thing, but maybe it's actually good to have it, because it's a driving force that if you don't, you'll get pummeled.
I don't know. Different people have different ways of dealing with it and coping with it. Some people make music or make art just for themselves, and they're happy with that. Like, forget what everybody else says, and I'm just doing this because I love it. And that's one way of doing it. I just chose to be very competitive, and I have kids. I want my kids to be proud. I want to leave a legacy after I'm done. I want people to think I did good work. I want to be able to lay down at the end and be like, yeah, I'm happy with what I did. I'm happy with what I left behind. I think art is a really important part of our culture and our society, and if I can create anything that lasts beyond my life, I think that would be great. Not to get too philosophical, but some of that is my motivation. It's not just about sitting in a vacuum and making music that pleases me. I'm trying to do things that might affect other people in a positive way.